Hey everyone, Tony Smith here, and I know you've heard me talk plenty about money in politics and about the need to end the ability of wealthy donors and corporate special interests from being able to buy and sell our representatives. But having a concrete example of what this corruption looks like in practice can be helpful. It can really bring home why we have to win this fight and why we have to get money out of politics. And just last month, we have a prime example of this. So, in Congress, there has been a push to unseal the files related to Jeffrey Epstein, one of the biggest predators of the modern era, and a predator that also happened to routinely hang out with a who's who of the wealthiest, most connected, and most powerful people in our country. Now, this push in Congress is being led in part by a representative from Kentucky, Thomas Massie. And what he's trying to do is a real public service because not everyone on Jeffrey Epstein's flight log or in Jeffrey Epstein's black book was engaged in nefarious activity. But plenty of those people were, and the public has a right to know who was associated with one of the most notorious predators of the modern era. Now, what has been the response to these efforts by Mr. Massey? Well, a billionaire by the name of John Paulson, who just so happens to appear in Jeffrey Epstein's black book, not saying he was engaged in any wrongdoing, but his name is in the black book. This billionaire, John Paulson, has worked with several other wealthy individuals to donate millions of dollars to get Thomas Massie removed from office. That's not right. This isn't a effort to remove Thomas Massie that's coming from his own constituents. It's not coming from people in his own district. It's coming from an out-of-state billionaire who is embarrassed that his name appears in a black book that shows he was associating or at least had some kind of communication or was in the orbit of Jeffrey Epstein. Now, again, to be clear, I'm not saying that John Paulson was engaged in any nefarious activity, but it's awfully suspicious and concerning as to why he's donating so much to prevent these efforts to fully release the Epstein files. And this serves to highlight why we can't have wealthy individuals trying to buy and sell the people's representatives, because what they're trying to do is trying to hide systemic and official corruption. And it doesn't matter if the donations that Mr. Paulson is making are legal under the law, it still is corruption, and legalized bribery is still bribery. That's why we have to get money out of politics. That's why we have to change the campaign finance system. And that's why here in Nevada, I'm running for the Nevada Assembly to do my part on behalf of the people by passing the toughest, lowest campaign contribution limits in the country to limit the ability of wealthy individuals, of billionaires like John Paulson to infringe on the people's right of selecting their own representatives. So again, I'm Tony Smith. I'm running for Nevada Assembly District 20, and I hope I can count on your support. Thank you.